This morning. Ooh, we got a good one in here this morning for you. How y'all feel? I miss y'all. Wee. I miss y'all. I ain't gonna sit here like y'all. Listen, I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I really do. I'm here. I ain't gone nowhere. I keep telling y'all I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I miss y'all I miss y'all for the last, I don't know how many days. Last week I was traveling, took care of a lot of business. I gotta say this morning before. How y'all doing this morning? Good morning, good morning. I gotta tell y'all that. Let me tell y'all something. And we have to be mindful and careful. Because I think it became such a norm to where if we're not careful, we'll just do it and then don't really understand the doing of it all, of the do it. You know what I'm saying? We just go do it and just be not understanding the whole do it of it all. And so, I'll make a session out of anything, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We'll do it and then don't even understand the do it of it all. And so at the same time, what I'm talking about is that, let me tell you something. If the universe allows you to actually go up off the ground and elevate 30,000 feet in the air. Ooh-wee. And at the same time, give you an opportunity to make a certain plateau about 30,000 feet, give or take, in the atmosphere, in his atmosphere. And at the same time, bring you back down and land in a whole nother location. I think we have just really started to take this stuff for granted. I really do. I ain't gonna even sit there and lie to y'all. Look, I really believe that we have taken flying and traveling and going to and from places for granted because it's so easy and so accessible now for us just to do it. And I can tell you this: I am so thankful that the universe would take you up, plateau you out, and then bring you back down. And then he'll take you back from that location back up, plateau back in the atmosphere, and then bring you back down into the environment by which you first initially left. I believe that if you're not careful, you'll take that for granted. Yes, you will. I said, I believe that if you're not careful, you would actually take that for granted, going up and over and down and back up and over, back over and down. And you're landing and you're flying in and out and all the landing gear and all the things that has to take place in order for you that you just in the back of the plane just have no clue because you're out of control of anything that's happening at that moment. I believe that it's just a beautiful thing to actually go through that experience and then make it back safe and sound. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take things like that lightly. I don't take things like that for granted. I am, forever grateful that I can do something like that there and then make it happen in the capacity by which it did. I'm back on my hot tea this morning. Look, I'm back on my hot tea this morning. How y'all been out here in this world? Yeah. Hey, look, how y'all been in the world? Not the world, the world. This world, how this world treating y'all out here? You feel me? I hope the world is treating y'all beautifully. I hope the world is doing everything that it's supposed to do as we manifest and as we proclaim and as we herald what we desire out of the innermost being of our souls into the earth realm, because I believe that the universe hears us and he understands where we are. He understands whose we are, and we understand he is ours and we are his. And we're going to just go with that flow right there. You know what I'm saying? We really going to go with that flow. it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And so I'm just here on assignment. Y'all never mind me. I'm just going, what I'm saying? I'm gonna just continue to do my thing. And I had a real major situation that transpired. I kind of like chop it up with y'all a little bit. You know, that he said, he said, remember the pivot. Ooh. Did you hear what I said? I said, he said, I don't know if he said, remember to pivot, or he was telling me to tell y'all to remember, to tell them to remember the pivot. And if y'all go back a few sessions, it's been a long time. I don't know how many sessions we've had since that point when he said that it was such a major pivot in the earth through the pandemic, that the fact that we have to be careful. And he took me like an old Kobe Bryant move, like old, with the ball right here, and one leg right here, and just like you feel me? Like you feel me? And so that's what I saw, like in the spirit realm, where he was like, tell them to remember the pivot. And I don't know if he mean tell them to remember the pivot or to pivot. So y'all figure that out for yourself. I'm just here on assignment. Y'all never mind me. You feel me? I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. I am here on assignment. I ain't going nowhere. Don't get it twisted. I just took a few days to go fly in, take care of some business, and then fly back out. So I just didn't, have time to, sit there and talk and chop it up. And I was just on business. And so it's a beautiful thing. I'm here. I'm thankful. I'm grateful, y'all. I'm appreciative. I'm still under his covering. I'm still under his anointing. I'm still standing his power. I thank God for his provisions. I thank the universe for his provisions over my life. I'm still on the move. I'm still moving. And so I can tell y'all this as we embark upon new endeavors in the earth, that there's a major shift that's happening in the earth. Don't y'all ever get it twisted, and don't y'all ever sleep on the assignment. Don't you ever sleep on what's happening. There's a major shift that's happening in the earth. And I don't know. All I know, if I've been briefed in, people have been briefing me in. A lot of individuals that brief me in don't even know I do this. They don't even know I stand before the people. A lot of people that come and just tell me little birdies flying in, like, hey, boy, well, they shifting this thing, boy. You know what I'm saying? A couple of nations done got together over in the other parts of the country, other parts of the world, and they getting together, and they finna make their dollar be more than the American dollar. So one of their situations is going to be worth $55 over here. I don't have the full extent of what they were trying to really tell me, because I haven't done enough research on it. Neither have I even been watching the news. And I don't think that this information that I'm sharing with you guys would even be on the news, because they don't even share that. They'll distract you with other things first, and then bring this in behind the scene underneath the you know what I'm saying? And so it'll catch everybody basically off guard. But here in the Hourglass Era, we are attentive to the heartbeat of this nation. We are attentive to the social climate. We social climate. He said the social climate. Be attentive to the social climate. Be aware. Walk in your knowledge and your wisdom and your understanding. I am just so thankful that I'm here at the moment, at this moment in time. Hey, one thing I want to say to earn your leisure, my brother, them. Hey, yo, boy, y'all doing y'all thing, boy. I like it, man. I like what I see. I like what I see. I wasn't able to come out and show my love and be a part of it, but it's a beautiful thing to know that you guys came in the city of Atlanta and took care of y'all business and had a major turnout like that. There, that's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. If y'all ever get a chance to see my live, EYL, my brother, my hat's off to you, soldier. You know what I'm saying? Earn your leisure. My hat's off to you, my brother. I've been watching y'all from afar, you and 19 Keys and Yaki Awaken and all these good brothers that just coming with the power and the pain. And I said they coming with the power and the pain because you can't have one without the other. I say, so you can't have one without the other. And so you're going to come. If you're going to come, you're going to have to come. I promise you, because power is connected to pain. Ooh-wee. I don't know. I ain't sit down here this morning to talk to y'all about the synonymous attributes of power and pain. But I can tell you this. That pain is a prerequisite for power. Ooh-wee. Y'all don't want me to go there this morning. As I drank my lemon ginger, I think it's lemongrass and ginger. Lemongrass and ginger tea this morning. Look, I want to let y'all know that power and pain is synonymous. Did you hear me? I said power and pain is synonymous. You can't have one without the other. Nah. And if you do some research and you do your matriculation throughout this whole thing called life, usually under normal conditions, if you have endured pain in your life, I'm telling you that pain is a prerequisite for power. You can't have one without the other. And so I'm here on assignment, y'all. Y'all know I'm just here for to chop it up with y'all. I am excited about the move. I'm excited about the new pivot. He says, remember the pivot, or remember to pivot. I don't know which one he said to me. And he don't remember the pivot, or remember, tell him I said to remember to pivot. So either way, pivot is a move that has to be done right now in this earth. And so, y'all know me. I ain't too proud. I don't act like I know everything. You know what I'm saying? Pivot meaning. Mm. Okay. All right, y'all. You know I'm gonna get it to your blood raw. You know I got to get it to y'all blood raw. But at the same time, I believe that the minds of the people, I believe that society, I believe that this world, this community, we have to be in a position to pivot and say. So it says the word pivot conjures up different ways a person can change their personal or professional life. A person who decides to switch up a specific area in their life often addresses what would benefit and suit their needs. They want to make a substantial impact on their life. And I believe that at this moment, the impact is going to be made for you if you're not ready. That you would actually be left behind, just like a lot of individuals was left behind through that pivot move in the pandemic that the earth shifted about 3 years ago. And so we got to be in position, at least here in the hourglass era. We are in the era by which the hourglass is consistent with the pH in our bodies. And if you keep your pH at a low vibration from like 0 to 6 or 5 or 6, then that's where your acidity will come from. That's where your thoughts and your acidic mindsets and, death and destruction and disease concepts will come from the acidic side of thought. And so right now, where we are right now here in the hourglass era, that he say, tell them to pivot past the point by which will hinder or stagnate their progress by coming up to the alkaline side of thought. And so that's why I'm here, for no other reason but to share with y'all to come up. Let even from your root chakra all the way up to your crown chakra, where it crystallizes and it becomes new thoughts and thinking and mindset shifts and paradigm shifts and motivational mindset shifts and all these positive mental attitudes that we have to have towards what we see and how we respond to it. I can tell you this, we have no control over anything that happens outside of us. I said you have no control over anything that happens outside of your body. Even with a significant other. I don't care if it's with your significant other. I don't care if it's with your husband or your wife. You don't have no control over what happens. No, you do not. Don't you ever get that twisted. I don't care if it happens in a career. I don't care if it happens in your office. I don't care if it happens in your barbershop or your salon. I don't care if it happens in your eyeglass shop. Like y'all see, I got a fresh pair. Oh, you feel me? Y'all see, I got a fresh. You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone. Let me live. Let me live. It's okay. Listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Don't be distracted by anything that you see. It's a pivotal mind movement shift that has to happen. That's happening right now in the atmosphere. And so we're going to have to move forward. You know what I'm saying? What is the meaning of this pivot? It means to move something in a curve or a circular path, on or as if it's on an axis. The telescope is mounted on a tripod so it can easily be pivoted. It for viewing in any direction, rotate, swing, turn or swing, a spin. You heard me? I say rotate, swing, turn or spin. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to you. Absolutely. Hotep means peace and blessings. And so I believe that we're in a mindset shifting. The whole earth is shifting right now with this new little thing that they coming. I don't know how it's going to work out. That they said that these nations have came together in a certain part of the world and putting their money together and gonna make the US dollar shrink all the way down to one of their situations gonna be 55 of ours. So can you imagine that happening? Where $1 of their situation will be $55 of ours? That means when we've got to buy something from them, we're gonna be paying $55. It's gonna be $1 in their country. Ooh-wee. And so I don't know the full details of it. Somebody just came and dropped that in my ear the other day as we were just sitting there chopping it up, talking. And I was like, what? I didn't understand. And they went all in their phone. They had all the background and all the background knowledge of all the information about what's happening in the atmosphere right now. And I sit there with attentive ears. I sit there with, like a sponge, if you will. When I hear knowledge and I hear things that people are saying in the earth, and I keep my heart and my ear to the heartbeat of this nation for whatever reason. Even though I don't even watch no news, I don't. I can't remember. I can't remember last time I cut a TV on to watch the news. I don't even cut TVs on, to be honest with you, because I know that I protect my eye gates. I have to protect my ear gates. Sometimes the universe will not allow me to cut TVs and distract. Those are distractions in the earth for me. I don't know about anybody else. A lot of people call it entertainment, but for me, I'm distracted by it. I don't want to keep hearing all my black brothers keep getting, you know, happens to, situations happen to them out here. And I'm just like, so I'm at a point right now where TV is just not a go-to for me. And I believe that that's where I can receive my downloads. That's how I can receive all the downloads that the universe want to deposit into my spirit. And say it's because I can cut the TV, or I have the discipline not even cut a TV on in my home. And so as I move through this thing called life, as I move through this thing called earth, as I move through this thing called society, community, as I move through this thing called the essence of my being, I just want to hear. And I know that I have not crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's. It's some people out here that's in better positions than I would ever be. But one thing I do know is that I'm called. One thing I do know is that I'm called. I've been chosen for an assignment that's on my life. And so, for the called out people and the chosen individuals that understand and comprehend, like myself, that can walk in the awareness, that can walk in your assignment, that can walk in your privilege, that can walk in your opportunity to stand before his children and proclaim and herald and say that we are his and he is ours. We can keep him to the forefront of our membrane, the universe. I'm talking about the creator of all things. Whatever you may call him, I said the creator of all things, the one who spoke all this into existence. That's the person who I'm talking about. The superior being. Ooh-wee. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the infinite wisdom, infinite potential in the earth. The one that stood out and said, let. We're talking about him or her. But we're talking about that person, the one that said, let. And all those elements on that chart that we learned in 8th grade, on that little element chart, that chromium and selenium and all that, and platinum and gold and silver and all these different things, and O2 and oxygen and CO2, carbonated oxygen and carbon monoxide, and all these things that we learned on that little chart, on that little chart that we learned. He said that when spoke, all those things on that little chart that we learned understood their assignment. Ooh-wee. And so I'm just here to tell somebody that's under the sound of my voice right now, remember to pivot. He said, tell them I said to remember to pivot. You got to pivot. It's time to rotate. It's time to spin. It's time to move in a circular position. It's time to swing, and it's a time to turn. It's a time to spin. It's a time to shift the viewing direction. Ooh-wee. I say it's time to shift your viewing direction, whatever that means to you. I said it's time to shift. It's time to shift the viewing direction. If you stayed in the one direction of your viewing, and your perspective is the same way it was 3 years ago before we shifted, before the earth shifted through that pandemic, he said, today is your day to rotate, to shift, to move, to swing, to spin. Ooh-wee. And so I'm just here. Y'all never mind me. I'm on assignment, as usual, to come and tell somebody under the sound of my voice, remember to pivot. Shift your viewpoint of the earth, in the earth, by the earth. Shift it. Bring yourself higher in your thoughts, in your mind, in your character. That my Jamaican buddy would have said. Your character. Bring your character up and then look down in on the earth like this. Look down in on the earth. Bring your hierarchy needs, your hierarchy perspective, your hierarchy mindset. Bring your hierarchy shift and bring yourself up higher. So when you look down in on the earth, you can see it for what it really is. Ooh-wee. It's a different perspective. It'll give you a different perspective. You'll see things differently than what you would if you're looking straight in the earth eye like this, or if you're looking straight under